Thursday night. It's West Virginia call-in show. You know it is, guys. Here it is.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head constantly, thoughts jumbled round, think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show them what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let them win, I'll take a stab. I wanna chase the bag, I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I got a taste in that. Got me obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. Sick of the venom in my brain, running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this, I just wanna break these chains. Always destined for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted, created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything. Want a reality.
I had the unfortunate opportunity as a West Virginia fan to bump into a Pitt fan. This is probably not what you want to hear, but this is what I'm going to tell you. And with that segment, you know, the beginning of the show always starts off watching Tavon Austin highlights, and you just get geeked up. Hi, Afton. And you get geeked up. And Afton, you're going to like this. You're going to think this is funny. And basically what this Pitt fan told me is West Virginia is like that fat guy that used to be good looking. And he's resting on his laurels. And he thinks he's hot shit driving around in his 84 IROC C, rocking the mullet, just pimping, just thinking his shit is gold. And that's what West Virginia fans are. They still think it's 2004, 2005, 2006. Now, I had to remind him, hey, Larry, I had to remind this guy that West Virginia's been back in the gym. They got hair plugs. They got a new Camaro. They got a hot new girlfriend. And they're ready to go.
So,
you know, what's going on is it's just the way of the world. Yeah, everybody tries to live on their old laurels, and everybody thinks they're something they're not. And West Virginia fans have a pretty good idea what they are. We know we have been dog crap for 5, 8 years. What? 2012's last time they've been fantastic? Afton says her last boyfriend was rocking the Camaro, the 84, her first boyfriend. Hopefully not her last one. But we know who we are. Now, the Pitt fan, they still think it's 76. They still think they have Tony Dorsett. Past 50 years, West Virginia has been relevant. Over 50 years. They've been better programmed than a majority. They've been better than Texas Tech over that 50 years. As a program, they've been fantastic. We all know that because we live it and breathe it. But if you look at the Big 12, they don't really realize that. Now, I'm saying this because we're going to talk tonight about, Glenn, eat shit, Pitt. Hey, good to see you, Glenn. Now, West Virginia's been in the gym. West Virginia recruited today. Rich Rod, I have been so, getting a little bit irritated with Rich Rod and his pressers. I'm going to talk tonight about we're going to go through the depth chart. And he's been really getting snippy with the press saying, hey, guys, you're asking questions about the depth chart again. Well, that's the job. Afton, that's funny. But no, going to go through the depth chart. Rich Rod's doing recruiting. He hinted. He kind of showed his cards a little bit. He always has that depth chart thing right there and kind of teases us with it. But he has some backs there. And you know what? What's the 14th? We got 5 days before the judge. The judge rules. And the judge is going to come down with a verdict. And I think it's going to be in favor of, you know who? The Mountaineers. Yeah, the Mountaineers are going to be happy that they're going to get 4 players. I personally, Edwards and Robson are the ones that I'm looking for. They're the studs. So we're going to be better than most think. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about 9-3 because guess what? Locked On Big 12. Good show. I like Drake. Drake's a young guy, and he is wise beyond his years. Drake had us going 9-3. I watched that today, and I'm like, he's spot on. He's spot on. So let's go through our roster. Let me share that. I promise you guys that I'm getting a little bit better with technology. Just a little bit. Not much. Not too much better. But so, looking at this, we have, of course, we know West Virginia Robert Morris. That is a what, guys? W, right? Easy W. Now, the question is West Virginia going to be, trust the hard edge, Glenn, yeah. Is West Virginia going to be, how many quarterbacks are going to play? How many quarterbacks are you going to see? I know you're going to see 2 lefties, but how deep are they going to go onto the bench? That's the question. I'm very, very, very interested to see what's going to happen because Robert Morris is, if Robert Morris against this defense, because guys, we've been talking about Rich Rod and the offense, and we're going to talk statistics about how the Rich Rod offense over the past few years have been so fast through the snap, 20 seconds on average, fastest in the nation. We're going to talk about that. But Zach Alley in the defense is going to make some noise. So, Robert Morris is a win. Yeah? Okay, we'll put that down in the book as a win. Lost you for a second, guys. Getting my internet fixed tomorrow. Isn't that great? W for Pitt, for sure. What do you think, guys? That's going to be a game. If you happen to fall into some tickets, stumble into Morgantown if you can. I don't recommend starting tailgating at 8 in the morning there. But that's probably what you're going to do. Pace yourself. Get some liquid IV in you. But I have so far I have West Virginia 3-0 going into Kansas. Now, Lawrence, Kansas against Lance Leopold. Lance and the crew didn't do too well last year. Fiona Biscuit says they should start 6-0. Well, you're getting ahead of it. But Fiona, I'm not far behind you. We're going to talk about the Utah and BYU. So Kansas is W according to Fiona. So I agree with her. I'm thinking Utah's a W. What about BYU, guys? Friday night game, 10:30. That's going to be an awesome one, guys. I say the BYU game is a loss. Sorry. So that gives them one loss. UCF, they beat Utah. UCF is a W. TCU is a W. Houston is a W. Colorado is a W. And they lose against Arizona State and Texas Tech. So those are my three losses. Huh? What's that, Fiona? They'll probably lose one and they shouldn't win one. That's probably what's going to happen. I think Fiona's watched a few Mountaineer games. I think Fiona has the pulse of what happens to be a Mountaineer fan. She knows what's up. Absolutely, Fiona. That's what happens when you're a Mountaineer fan. They'll probably lose one they shouldn't, which would be like the Houston game or the UCF. And they'll probably beat the dog crap out of Arizona State when Arizona State's like number 3. BYU has some really good games to start off with. Texas Tech has a chance to be really highly ranked. So, with that, that's how West Virginia. Drake Toll had a little bit differently, but kind of similar. Hey, Jackson Johnson. That's how West Virginia could very easily be 8-4, 9-3. It's possible. Don't drug test me. But it's possible. Very possible. So, with that, I want to talk a little bit about Rich Rod. Okay. Then we're going to talk about who we brought in. Now, we all know, guys, Rich Rod has had his bumps in the road. And not every Mountaineer fan is a Rich Rod fan, right? The good thing is most of the Mountaineer fans that have deep pockets are Rich Rod fans, right? Most of the Rich Rod fans that are Mountaineer fans have a little bit of money. That NIL money tripled. Rich Rod has more change in his purse than old Neil Brown. Now, he's using that to reach out and get players. And that's why he has the stable of talented quarterbacks that he has. Okay. So, before Rich Rod could go shopping for players, he's had a history of going, and there's a checklist that Rich Rod likes to use. He likes like Denard Robinson at Michigan, you know. He loves let's just go back through. Let's go through Rich Rod's like Wayne's World, you know, go back in history. So we all know back in Glenville, back in the day, he kind of came up with this magical potion of, they say he invented, I don't know if he did, the spread offense, read option, the zone read, whatever you want to call it. But this pioneering spread offense, this dynamic running game combined with the pass attack, it allowed like a balance of, the speed, the power, and the adaptability for the quarterback to kind of make a decision based off of what he sees, okay? And it equalized, maybe you didn't have the biggest guys, but you had guys that were smart and fast. And that was a great equalizer. Well, fast forward to 2001. Rich Rod, we all know, came in for the great Don Nehlen, okay? And from 2001 to 2007, that's not a very long time, guys. He was not in Morgantown very long. Rich Rod went 60-26. So now, from Rich Rod 20 years ago to Rich Rod now, he went from a predominantly run-heavy offense to the last few years, he's been more of a pass-heavy guy. Okay? Can't argue that. That's the stats. That's the facts. Okay? So let's just talk about some of the stats. And I'm not a stat guy. That's more Frank Fear. Frank Fear is fantastic with stats. I'm not. But when you think about it, 2006, I'm just going to read off my little list here. There was the program record was set for 3,939 rushing yards, 48 rushing touchdowns, and 505 points scored. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of juice. A lot of juice. Okay, everything. I'll agree with you. So, but 2007, Rich Rod's last year, he blew the doors off that. Instead of 48, he went 49 rushing touchdowns and 513 points. I wish it was 517, and then they would have went to the national championship, right? Both were just program records, right? Now, let's move on to Michigan. And I know as Mountaineer fans, you don't want to hear this shit, but you're going to hear it. Denard Robinson. Now, he only went 15-22 at Michigan from 2008 to 2010. Really didn't get a chance to get his feet under him. I think if he'd have stayed a little bit longer, he would have been successful. Denard Robinson set a record for college football in 2010, became the first player to pass and rush for 1,500 yards in the same season. Think about it. We're talking about Nico trying to break 1,000 yards rushing. That is not out of the question. It's not out of the question to have two quarterbacks sniffing 1,000 yards. Yes, two quarterbacks this year might be pushing 1,000 yards. Absolutely. One with 500, one with like 800. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing. So let's move forward to, let me get a little drink here. Got a frog in my throat. University of Arizona from 2012, 2017. He went 43-35. Not too bad, but they won a division championship in 2014. Okay. This was probably the most balanced he ever had until the last year, like 2017. And then when Jacksonville State, he really went crazy with just passing. But 2014, it was one of the biggest, baddest offenses, and they were constantly pushing over 40 points a game. Okay. And from 2016, you're talking 6,000 yards in multiple seasons. Okay. Now, why are you talking about all this shit? Well, from early in West Virginia, his rushing emphasis was 57-76% run ratio. Michigan, 57-70. Arizona, 47-63. You picking up what I'm putting down? Now, Jack State, it's 40-50. So, guys, he's starting to pass more. Now, I think he's going to go back to his roots. I think he's going to go back to running. Now, fast forward. He gets this JUCO athlete. I hope our loan can hold up. Fast forward to this morning. I'm sitting here checking my phone. It's supposed to be working, but my phone goes ding. I look. And I see this. Let me show you. This is what Shane sees. This is what I see. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then get my keyboard and I start looking this kid up. I look this kid up. And then about an hour later, Mountaineer Paul comes out. He's like, this kid's just like Owen Schmidt. I don't think he's like Owen Schmidt. I would love for him to be like Owen Schmidt. I think he's about 15 pounds off of Owen Schmidt. And I think he needs to break a few face masks. Glenn, this kid is badass. This kid is more of a Cam Scattaboo. This kid's a little bit more. Did you see him jump straight up? I mean, he jumped straight up over a cat. It looked like this kid's an athlete. Why in the hell was the third best running back in the state of California? I think he's from California. Was he in Wyoming? Where was he hiding? I mean, they just found him? I mean, yeah, I can't wait to see this kid play. Yeah. And this photo does not do him justice. He looks like a teenager here. There's another photo where he looks like an absolute monster. Right here. Right here. Now he looks like this. He looks like a monster. Because he's sunburnt. He looks angry. He got like a medium shirt that's not fitting. He actually got a little bit of stomach. Like, it's not just abs. He got some like those powerlifter stomachs, you know? He got some gristle to him, and he runs a 4.48. Yes, Glenn. He's faster than crap. That's faster than Owen Schmidt. I think Owen was more of a 4.7 guy. He's 4.7 guy. Owen's just mean. I love me some beer truck. I love me some beer truck. But this guy's like a F-250, not a beer truck. How exciting is this, kids? This guy is going to be, and I'll tell you, I think this judge in 5 days is going to look at this court case, and the Mountaineers are going to get some of these players back. We talked about it on here. Coos has talked about it. Mountaineer Paul's talked about it. They've talked about it on Three Guys. It looks very likely that these guys, you know, Robson and Edwards are the ones that stand out. They really need those guys. With that, let's talk a little bit about the roster. Now, Glenn, he is fast as lightning. This may be a year. And I hope you guys understand. I'm all over the damn place, but I'm trying to tie it in. Rich Rod, we were talking last week, he's going to sling it. Last week I said the key to success is Jaheim White and running the ball. He is bringing it back to his roots. He's going to run this ball. Then he's going to pass it. He's going to run the dog crap out of these quarterbacks. He's going to put Nico's face mask right in there. When they're on the goal line, he's going to tell them, hey, if there's an opening, go after it. Run. we all saw Nico play that high school game where he was barely walking and he pulled it out of his ass and just out of pure grit, will, and meanness just won that game. That's what Rich Rod wants. At the end of the day, that's what the Mountaineers need. You know? That's why Pat Mack is frothing at the mouth on his show. That's why I was frothing at the mouth when they hired him. Now, I said it last week, I'll say it again. We love Rich Rod, but I don't think the patience is going to be very people aren't going to be very patient. So I pray for quick success. I do. And I'll tell you this as a Mountaineer fan, I will take 4 losses in the Big 12 and a Pitt victory. Would you? In the chat, let me know. If you say, give me a thumbs up if you'll take a Pitt win over 4 losses. I mean, seriously, it's the what if. It's the Sophie's Choice. That's an old movie, guys. A good one, though. Now, Earth, you brought up a great point. Yeah, you'll take a Pitt win. Big thumbs up. Yeah, I just can't deal with that anymore. I can't deal with it. Zach Alley. Now, what has West Virginia missed? What have they not had? Probably, even before Rich Rod, have they not had? I'm thinking back even. The 96 defense was stellar. Stellar. They held a Miami team to 1 touchdown, and that was off of a blocked punt that they ran back for a touchdown to win the game. That was a heartbreaker. So, if you guys can hang in there and just be patient, I think he's making it happen. He's making magic happen. He pulled a rabbit out of a hat and got this kid. It's like he has a magic bottle and he's rubbing it, and these football players are popping out. Not only did he get him, he got a D2 cornerback named Hubert Hendrickson III. If that doesn't sound like a Keenan Peele guy, Hubert Hendrickson III. Keenan Peele. Where did he come from? Where school did he come from? Let me look. Franklin Pierce. Of Franklin Pierce. Where the hell is Franklin Pierce? Holy shoot. But 6'2", long guy. Not very heavy, 150. So let's talk about this roster. So far, guys, this is what I have. And play at home. Okay? This is what I have. You ready? Okay. I am all about technology. Got a pen and a paper. Ready? Here we go. At quarterback. AA Ron. Yeah, Glenn. That's what I call on the Steelers podcast. I call Aaron Rodgers AA Ron on the Steelers Dynasty podcast on Wednesdays. Okay. So here we go. Let me close this out so you don't have to see this anymore. You can see my big fat head. All right. The roster. Starting quarterback, I got Nico Markiel. Okay. He got a little bit of time playing previous years. What's he, 2-2? Correct me, Chad, if I'm wrong. I don't have that in my notes. I'm just pulling that from the memory. Okay. Jaheim White. Even with C.J. Donaldson last year, he had 900 rushing yards in his first 2 seasons. Not too shabby. Okay, Cam Vaughn. He's going to be one of the primary weapons of this offense. Another guy that we have seen in the blue and the gold for the past couple of years, Rodney Gallagher, that old so-and-so. He's a good guy. Grayson Barnes at tight end. I have him listed down here as in starting. What do you guys think, chat? Oh, hey. Heisman White. Hey, I'll take it. I don't think West Virginia puts a lot of juice behind their guys. Like, I don't know if he has 1,200 yards, say going into the Utah game. Will he have that Heisman juice? Maybe. Oh no, we'll see. Reed Carrico, linebacker. Now, with our slick new defensive coordinator, this is the only guy that's been around for a minute. He might just come through with a big year. Safety, Fred Perry. Cornerback, Jordan Scruggs. That's who I have. I don't have the other cornerback listed. Let's see, offensive line. Who do I have? Josh Azeo, offensive line. Malik Agbo, offensive line. And that's who I have so far. Okay. And that's just me pencil whipping it, trying to figure it out. I could be wrong. I probably am. But you agree so far. Thank you. White 2K sounds good. Hey, I can dig it. I can dig it. I was going to show you guys something. Oh, my son found an old coonskin cap. I'll have to show it to you Monday. Eric will dig it. It doesn't fit my fat head. It's for a little kid. I'd be wearing it, rocking that coonskin cap. So, went through the roster. Okay, Coop's thinking we're going to go 10-2. 9-3, losses to BYU and ASU. Now, if, okay, Coop, Earth, Glenn, you tell me, if the Mountaineers go 9-3, will they? Give me a number 1 if they're going to be playing in a Big 12 championship. A number 2 if they don't make it. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know. We'll tally it up while I take a drink. My sinuses are acting up. I had a white-faced hornet nest outside of my house. I burn it. Got most of them, and then I sprayed a little bit. I don't like using those chemicals. I just use a little bit. But got a little bit in the throat. All right, we got a 1. Coops thinks they're going to be in the Big 12 championship. Okay. The next question. 9-3 gets them in the championship. Next question for you 3. Fiona does not think they're going to make it. Okay. Okay, you just answered my question. Versus Texas Tech. They're going to play Texas Tech twice then, Coop. Glenn, Earth, and Fiona. Who are the Mountaineers going to play? Are they going to play Baylor? I have no idea. Iowa State? I don't know who. I have no idea. It's so up in the air. They can play Arizona State twice? I think they might play someone twice. I think I don't know. It's guys, the Big 12. It's okay. I don't have this in segment, but it should be. It's talking crap on other conferences. Okay, here we go. The Big 10 should be the big 3 and then the rest, because there's usually 3 teams that are okay and the rest are garbage. Maybe Utah. Yeah, that might be. But I think West Virginia might have Utah's number. Utah, guys, traveling to Morgantown is not going to be pleasant. K-State looks good. Yeah, I agree. And there was a post on Facebook and also on YouTube that had Kansas State with one of the best likelihoods to make a bowl game with probability. So, Coop is with me. 1-11 as long as you beat Pitt. Yeah. Yep. But the Big Ten is garbage. I mean, you have 3, maybe 4 teams, and the rest are just ACC. Right? Who's good in the ACC? Who? Florida State isn't any good. Clemson hasn't been good in a while, a couple years. Miami showed like they were going to be the team, and they took a massive dump. Lost to Georgia Tech and Syracuse at the end of the season. Yeah, Clemson's about it. I think now the SEC, they're pretty much Alabama's not what they once were. Georgia's still playing some ball. Tennessee is looking a little bit better. They're playing. There's some tough teams in the SEC. Okay, they play some ball, but the Big 12, top to bottom, it's like the NFC and the AFC, and it's like AFC Central, NFC North. You don't know. You don't know who's going to win. Now, we always finish up with conference realignment. Coos was saying there's no chance in hell that West Virginia's going to the SEC. They were that close before Missouri stepped in. We're talking one tick before midnight, and it didn't happen. Let's go to the chat here. Yeah, Georgia and Alabama. Yeah. Maybe Georgia and somebody else. Georgia and Tennessee. Or, I don't know. But think about this. As a West Virginia fan, we're in a good spot. You know, Drake Toll has said this, and I agree. As a program goes, we're top 15 as far as notoriety. Like, people know, I don't know how, but people know the Mountaineers. And over a period of 100 years, we've had a very solid, even, successful, steady, wonderful program. There's just been 5 years of, and cellar doors are open, the tornado's gone past, the barn's gone, Rich Rod's out there with the big hammer, and he's building barns. So, as Afton said, hit the thumbs up, and hey, and we got Boss Ross cooking up some victuals. Boy, Ren Baker, what did we do to deserve this guy? West Virginia not only got a defensive coordinator from Oklahoma, we kept Oklahoma from getting our athletic director. That's fantastic, guys. That's fantastic. So, yeah, hit that like button. Thanks, guys. Hey, the show's starting to pick back up. I took a few months off after Joey decided to retire. Eric has agreed to do the Monday show with me. So Eric is a great guy. Eric and me are going to do the Monday show together. Man, does he know his stuff. He's just a smart guy. He's been a Mountaineer fan for over 40 years. And we hope to bring this to you every Monday, 9 o'clock sharp, and 8 o'clock on Thursdays. 8 o'clock on Thursdays is the call-in show. So, guys, feel free, next week, if you want, if any of you want to call in, we'll have you call in and, for 2 minutes, tell me what you're thinking about the Mountaineer program and if they're ready, because by next week, kids, we will know what the ruling is on the court case. We will know who is going to be in the backfield. Is it going to be White, Edwards, and this new cat? I have to look at his name. Jacklick. I'm going to put that in the chat. That is a Mountaineer name. Jacklick. Man, I can't wait to see that on that white uniform. Getting dirty, a little dirty, get a little bit of crud on that, just popping with the lights. And if you haven't seen a night game in Morgantown, try to make it to one. Guys, they have a light show now. It looks like a rock concert. So let's go Mountaineers. We're gonna close the show down. And you know what? Next week, let me know if you guys think that we need to have a male dance squad, because the pros are getting it. Maybe we need one like the Bananas and have guys that are fat like me go out there, represent, and do like a routine. Maybe some jean shorts with the pockets. What do you say? Hell to the no, right? Yeah, game day. Man, game day. And I'll tell you what, I bet it's going to be another week of people bugging Rich Rod about what the depth chart is. And Rich Rod saying, what time's kickoff? And Afton says, I'm just jealous about guys that get actual clothes. What, do you hear? A bunch of guys running around naked? That's great. But hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, the show's going to pick back up here. We'll be here every Thursday, every Monday. Frank Fear and Company have a show. Hey, it's a great time to be a Mountaineer, and it's a great time to be here with you. Hey, let's go Mountaineers. Catch you later.